In a world where few dare to dream big, one man had the courage to transform an ideal into an empire, forever changing how we live, work, and move. Today, on Eternal Philosophies, we delve into the visionary mind of Henry Ford, not just the father of the modern automotive industry, but a thinker whose ideas continue to shape the way we build, consume, and think. Who was Henry Ford? Born in 1863 on a farm in Michigan, USA, Henry Ford showed an early fascination with machines and engines. But Ford was more than an inventor. He was a revolutionary. In 1903, he founded the Ford Motor Company, and just 5 years later, he introduced the Model T, a car that would transform transportation forever. But what truly changed the world was how he built it. Ford developed and implemented the modern assembly line, a method of mass production that dramatically reduced the time to assemble a car from over 12 hours to just 90 minutes. This innovation made cars affordable to the middle class and turned the automobile into a democratic tool of freedom. Beyond automobiles, Ford's industrial and productivity philosophy. Henry Ford's greatest invention wasn't just the Model T. It was a new system of work. His philosophy of productivity was rooted in simplicity, specialization, and standardization. Ford believed that any task, no matter how complex, could be broken down into smaller, repeatable actions. This gave birth to the assembly line, the foundation of what we now call Fordism. Fordism wasn't just a technical innovation, it was a social philosophy. It reshaped labor, consumption, and society in profound ways. Workers performed specialized, repetitive tasks, increasing efficiency. Products were standardized, reducing costs and ensuring consistency. Time and motion were measured and optimized, turning productivity into a science. But Ford didn't stop there. In 1914, he shocked the business world by doubling workers' wages to $5 per day and cutting the workday to 8 hours. Many saw it as economic madness. Ford saw it as strategic brilliance. His reasoning? Ford believed that by distributing high wages to his workers, they would not only live better lives, but also become active consumers, able to buy the very cars they helped build. In his view, better wages meant more cars sold, more homes purchased, and a ripple effect that stimulated the entire economy. He realized that a stable, well-paid workforce wasn't just good ethics, it was good business. Ford's factory wasn't just a place of production. It became a symbol of modern life, efficient, fast, and designed for scale. Yet it also raised questions still debated today. How do we balance human dignity with efficiency? Can mass production coexist with meaning? Henry Ford's productivity model wasn't perfect, but it set the groundwork for the 20th century industrial boom and beyond. 10 Henry Ford quotes that transform thinking. Now let's explore 10 quotes from Henry Ford that capture his philosophy, with insights into how they can shape our thinking today. 1. Be ready to revise any system, scrap any method, abandon any theory, if the success of the job requires it. Ford champions adaptability over dogma. Real progress, he suggests, comes from loyalty to outcomes, not to rigid systems. 2. Work mixed with management becomes not only easier, but more profitable. The time has passed when anyone can boast about hard work without having a corresponding result to show for it. Efficiency matters more than effort alone. Ford rejects romanticizing labor in favor of measurable results through smart organization. 3. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Failure is not final, it's feedback. Ford encourages learning-driven iteration. 4. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. A timeless truth. Curiosity and learning are the essence of vitality, not age. 5. Nothing is particularly hard if you divide it into small jobs. Ford simplifies complexity through structure. It's the logic behind the assembly line and modern task management. 6. If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. Innovation isn't about following public opinion. It's about foreseeing needs people don't yet realize they have. 7. Greatest thing we can produce is character. Everything else can be taken from us, but not our character. Ford elevates moral integrity as the highest form of human output, more enduring than any material success. 8. The only thing you can give a man without hurting him is an opportunity. True empowerment isn't charity, but creating access to meaningful action and growth. 9. Don't find fault, find a remedy. Anybody can complain. Ford shifts focus from blame to solutions, a pragmatic call to action over criticism. 10. Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably the reason why so few engage in it. Deep thinking is rare and uncomfortable, yet it's the true engine behind innovation and leadership. Henry Ford wasn't just an industrialist. He was a practical philosopher who saw in machines a better future, not for a few, but for many. He taught us that efficiency can be humane, that profit can serve people, and that vision paired with action can transform the world. If this episode of Eternal Philosophies sparked your curiosity, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into the ideas that shaped humanity.